YouTube, Alex Scripper here once again. This time we're going to talk about Warhammer 40k and Bionicle. Now, I don't understand why, but some of my fellow Bionicle fans also happen to be really big Warhammer 40k fans, and obviously they have more knowledge on 40k than I do. But the little bit that I know of Warhammer 40k clearly indicates that Warhammer 40k gets completely stomped by the entirety of the Bionicle universe. See, originally, over on TikTok, I made one saying they would lose because they would completely obliterate, because any faction could obliterate Spherus Magna, but in doing so would destroy the Mask of Creation, Mask of Time, and the Mask of Life. That would destroy everyone. More so with the Mask of Life, because that was made outside of the Matoran universe and is very capable of ruining everyone's day if it was destroyed. Now, there are two beings that clearly indicate Bionicle ruins 40k's day. Anona, she is a being that looks similar to the one called Tren Krom. Now, Anona, she has the ability to devour beings' dreams. That's her sustenance. In doing so, she will kill the beings she's taking the dreams from. She can also, for giggles, give abilities to beings just to see what happens. She tried to devour the dreams of the great beings. She ran away in fear because it didn't work and they used the dreams she was trying to eat to make everything that the great beings created. The elemental lords, the 40 million mile tall great spirit robot. Everything was all thanks to her trying to get some sustenance from the great beings and failing miserably. And then there is also the gold-skinned being that can make dreams of any kind a reality. So let's say that somehow in the Warhammer 40k universe, Bionicle is actually in there. It's still affected by the warp. Everyone normal? Oh yeah. Big old chances of being corrupted. But if y'all choose to make Anona and the Great Being connected to the warp, and they have abilities that are even beyond the Chaos Gods, then you have just made the Chaos Gods extremely weak to the great beings. You've made the great old Emperor Mankind weak to the great beings, mentally at least. Physically, powers and all that sort of thing, absolutely the great beings would be crushed. But being able to corrupt the great beings? Impossible. If the great beings fall, it's because the great beings fall on their own terms. Nothing to do with the Chaos Gods. And if they were to try to fight the gold-skinned being, they'd lose. Chaos Gods would lose to the gold-skinned being because he can make anyone's dream a reality. Hey, make it so that the Chaos Gods don't exist. Boom, they don't exist. Chaos Gods want a whole ass universe that they have to themselves. Boom, gold-skinned being made it just for them. And Anona technically lost with a tag team because a member of the Iron Tribe created a thought of a universe where Anona would be with beings like her, hopefully to make them die out, which they do. And it became real because of the gold-skinned being. And then, of course, there was this back in 2017, this person made a whole... It was one of the drop site massacres during the Horus Heresy, forgot which one. And it was having all named Toa, Makuta Miserix, Pterodax, and Antros all members of the Order of Matanui, and the biggest kicker is that all of them on the Bionicle side are in their prime. So you have the Toa that will have... So basically, the Toa will all have abilities similar to the first Toa called Helrix, where because of her long-lasting life, had control over her element greater than any Toa in existence. You got Brutaka, whose Olmec mask can open portals to other dimensions that he can control their placement. You have Antraz and Miserix, the best wartime strategists, and you have Pterodax, Masks of Shadows wearing Pterodax, able to see into people's darkest desires, mind control, the whole shebang, 42 powers, able to be used at any time that the Bakuda wants, not simultaneously, just whenever they want. I'm sorry! Anyone that said the Traitor Legions are going to stomp the Bionicle side doesn't understand how Bionicle fucking works. Can Warhammer 40k beat Bionicle? Absolutely. Is it going to have an easy chance to do so? Hell no! In order to make sure, by the slimmest of margins, of victory for 40k style, all factions would have to work together. And even then, it's slim because of what all the different creatures can do in the Bionicle universe. Am I biased for Bionicle? Yes, I am. I am also being realistic here, people. If you're going to treat 40k as more of a serious thing and not a satire, then you need to be realistic, and you are not. Because another thing that we all need to remember is that all of the books and everything that we get are technically over-exaggerated, re-recorded accounts of what happened. So 40k is definitely nowhere near as tough as y'all like to think.